Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, stories from the 70 at the Winnetka Music Festival. They took downtown over for this festival that is Friday and Saturday. You're right by the Metro tracks right there. But when I say took over downtown, I'm not kidding. Look at downtown, all taken over. The streets are closed off. You got Band of Horses, Milky Chance, and a bunch of other bands. And the best part is, for this weekend, they took off on Father's Day. So you can still do your Father's Day, but hang out at this awesome festival right up here in the North Shore. I'm gonna talk to Val, who has a website where she curates playlists for people. I think it's super cool because, you know, with radio not being what it used to be, you don't know what songs are what, you don't know what's popular if you're not listening to a radio station anymore. Streaming doesn't tell you, but Val will. So she'll do that now for today, and that's how this fest started. I'm gonna talk to her now for this story from the 78. I'm gonna go find her through this mass of people here in Winnetka. All right, so you're looking at the main stage here at the Winnetka Music Festival, being greeted by the one and only Al Green. I'm here with my friend Val. How you doing, Val?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. So, Val, this is your doing. This is your fault we're here, right?
Yeah, this is my crazy idea. Actually, not my crazy idea. Our business partner came to me because we had a long-running house concert series in our living room for about 10 years, and so somebody from the town came and said, "You want to do a music fest?"
And here we are.
I said no, and then here we are, 8 years later.
8 years later. Let's go for a little walk. So this is the main stage right here. And then what bands do we have on the main stage on Friday here?
So today we have Band of Horses as the headliner, and Half Moon Run, which is one of my favorite new bands from Canada, and Caroline Jones and Michaela Davis just played. She's an indie harpist. So we try to make it really, really diverse and, you know, surprise people.
Yeah, and so we're walking through the footprint here of the festival. For those who are not familiar with Winnetka, like what are we seeing right now? If they have been here, like where are we in terms of the footprint of Winnetka and the fest itself?
So Winnetka, Illinois is a North Shore suburb, just north of Evanston. We're like 25 minutes north of the city, and we're right on the shores of Lake Michigan. And this is one of our downtowns. We have two downtown areas. This is the Elm Street district, and we close off the streets. And we have 25 acts and 4 stages.
25 acts?
25 acts. And we are Friday night and all day Saturday, so we're not on Father's Day.
That's
but we're
smart of
always
you.
Father's Day weekend, yes.
Yes. And it looks like you have a bunch of food trucks happening here. So like what street are we on right here?
So this is Lincoln Avenue, and yes, we've got food trucks from the city, which people are really excited about. Happy Lobster, I guess they always break all their records at our festival.
So it goes all the way till
how
far down that way?
All the way north. And then we have 2 stages, the one we just saw, then one down to the south.
Well, let's go down to the south.
And then up there we have the chapel stage. So that's an indoor acoustic stage. We have 5 acts there, and you know, people can get out of the sun. And
where's the chapel stage?
The chapel stage is at the top of Lincoln Avenue.
At the top of Lincoln Avenue.
And it's right across the street from the Home Alone house.
Awesome.
So
then we have, this is a food row and also downtown Winnetka.
Yep.
Here, right?
So we close this off, and we still have, you know, the merchants along the way. We've got galleries and shopping and lots of restaurants. And then straight ahead is our other stage, the Lincoln stage.
Lincoln stage.
And yeah, so people come out early and they want to eat and drink, and you know, a lot of the bands we book, people don't know yet, but we really specialize in the emerging artists because we want to showcase them.
And then you have some that people will know, like you have the Verve Pipe. We just saw them walking up, right?
Yes, the Verve Pipe from the 90s. We always try to do a throwback act to sort of grab all of our young parents. And then of course Band of Horses and Milky Chance. Those are more household names.
Yeah, those are huge names for sure.
I know, it's great. And you know, we've partnered with Space Evanston now 3 years ago. And so it's been really fun to work with their talent buyer, Jake Samuels.
Yes, and they are also some of the folks that do some of the like the Salt Shed. It's part of that company that does the Salt Shed and a bunch of other music venues throughout the city.
Correct. They own the new Salt Shed. That's in the Morton Salt Building.
Yeah.
They do Thalia Hall down in Pilsen.
Which is an amazing spot.
Yes, and Empty Bottle, which has been here for a long time. And then they've got a couple summer festivals too. Out of Space is their summer outdoor programming, and they've just launched the Evanston Folk Festival this year.
Oh, that's a lot
of fun. So that's going to be in Evanston down along the lake.
Oh, wonderful. And I feel like you can never do too many festivals along the lakefront in Chicago, right?
Oh, I agree.
Or Chicago area. So so you've done this for 8 years, you said. How hard was this to get off the ground? I imagine the first one didn't look like how this one looks.
Well,
or
it's
did
crazy. So that's a great question. when we first launched, you know, first of all, just booking bands when you're not a talent agent or a big, you know, a lot of the booking agents took a chance on us because I think they knew a little bit about Val's List, my business. And so the first year, I think we booked 25 acts, but it was a free festival.
Oh, wow.
So 12,000 people came in the first year.
Well,
it was free.
That's incredible, though.
And then each year we've added a little bit of, you know, pay to get in, and then this year now it's, you know, it's a full-fledged festival, but it's still very affordable for the acts you get.
And that's the other stage, one of the other stages, I should say.
That's the Lincoln stage, and I see Kobe is playing. He's an amazing guitarist. And then right there is the Metra train line, so people can come up from the city, just jump off the train and get right to our festival. So.
And you mentioned your website, which I think is a fascinating thing. Explain to folks what your website is in this digital streaming age that we live in.
Yeah, so in 2007, I launched Val's List. My name is Val.
Yeah.
And my main goal was to help busy adults keep up with new music, which is something that the industry sort of didn't know.
Right, especially with no radio anymore. I mean, there's radio, but radio's not what it was when we were kids, you know, where you knew everything from radio, but now you don't get that really.
Correct. You didn't have the DJ curating anything anymore. And then when iTunes launched in 2003, I feel like the adult population sort of fell into an abyss.
Yeah, I agree.
They were busy with family and careers, and they didn't even know how to, you know, consume music anymore. And so I thought, these people need playlists of new music. So I launched as a playlist business. And then it started to catapult into, I started to ask the bands on my playlist to come sing in my living room, and they all said yes. So we started this super underground, you know, live music scene up here in the suburbs.
Up here in Wilmette, fantastic.
Yeah, in Winnetka.
I'm in Winnetka, right by Wilmette, sorry.
Right by Wilmette.
Yeah, North Shore.
And then that grew, and then that grew to this. So, you know.
Incredible. So folks that want to learn more about your website, what's the best way for them to find that?
They can just go to valslist.com. It's Val's List like Craigslist, one word. And yeah, we've got playlists and everything there. And then the music festival is Winnetka Music Festival. And you can find us everywhere.
And information on the music festival, what's the website they should go to if they just want to find out what bands they're playing or whatever?
Definitely WinnetkaMusicFestival.com, and they can follow us on all the socials. So at Winnetka Music Fest, at Val's List, and we'll have a lot of information.
And will you be hanging out? And you're introducing a band later, right?
I'm introducing a band right now.
What's the band?
Caroline Jones. She's an American country singer, and I'm so excited we have her this year. She just had a baby, and I can't believe she said yes, so I'm super excited. And I didn't know I was introducing her until
I know, I saw you taking little notes earlier, so I feel bad. So we'll get you back over there, but come out and see my friend Val and go to your website one more time. Website?
Valslist.com.
Valslist.com. And this is the Winnetka Music Festival, Friday and Saturday.
And Saturday, June 14 and 15.
Fantastic. Stories from the 78.com or Tom Barnes at Chicago, Tom Barnes Chicago at gmail.com. Thanks again, Val. Appreciate it very much.